So today we're going to be reviewing the Fiskars 10-inch foldable saw. These are extremely handy to have. I always have one in every vehicle, on my boats, and over there in my side-by-sides. We always have blowdowns, limbs, and things that pop up in the way, and these saws can be extremely beneficial. I have yet to test this. We're going to do it on camera for the first time. Let's cut some small stuff with it, cut some limbs, and we'll try it on a little bit larger stuff, although I typically use my folding saws for small blowdowns. So if this is like all the other Fiskars products I own, it should be excellent. Typical Fiskars full lifetime warranty with this. So the saw locks. That has a push button up top right here. We'll press in, it folds out, locks in again in the open position. That's always nice. And the handle's large enough you can get two hands on it if you want to do some serious sawing. So another interesting feature of this saw, and something I've never seen on a hand saw before, is the ability to not only lock it in a straight position, but you can press the button in again and lock to an undercut position. So the reason that's important, say you have a larger limb that you're going to cut that's going to want to fall down. Typically you would go underneath and do a slight undercut first, so when you come back into the lock position and cut from the top, well, it doesn't want to peel off the bottom or potentially pinch your saw. There's going to be a lot of downward force over here. So doing that undercut will allow you a nice clean cut through, no peeling back to the tree and falling off. So a lot of people could say, well, you could undercut like this. As you can see, that's very awkward, especially with this handle design, which I really like, by the way. So you can go back to the undercut position, put two hands on it, and undercut the limb. So, interesting feature. The teeth look really aggressive on here. Most of the saws I've used in the past have a single row of teeth that are kind of bent out of the way. This has a very aggressive pattern. As you can see, the teeth are really offset a lot. Let's see if that means this will do some serious cutting. So I have multiple limbs I want to get out of the way here. From the small stuff, well, you can see a quick swipe and it's gone. Something a little larger right here. Two pulls, it's gone, all the way up to something that's probably about 2.5 inches. So let's see if we can cut through something a little larger like this. I'd say that's quite fast for something that large and a saw this size. So these limbs are out in the way where I need to come by with a mower. Usually I use the Fiskars brush axe, which I highly recommend for knocking limbs off. It's nice and quick, but I know a lot of you prefer these types of saws. So let's cut a few green limbs right here. Doesn't get any easier than that. You see the size right here. This is the typical stuff I cut with a saw. So 3 pulls and we're right through this stuff. While I typically don't recommend cutting stuff this large, there is oftentimes, this is the only thing that you have in your vehicle and there's a blow down the road, a tree, something you need to cut, drag out of the way. Will this do it? Yeah, we probably just cut 4-inch thick solid oak hardwood right here with it. This is definitely an aggressive saw, cuts really well. Again, for cutting large material, I'd recommend something else. But when you're in a pinch, this will do it. For smaller size limbs and trees, excellent saw to have. I like the way that it locks up, and I really do like the handle design. Makes it feel like it's not going to slip out of my hands. All right, no point in making this video any longer. This is an excellent little tool to keep in your vehicle, side by side, or boat. I'll put a link down in the description on Amazon where you can pick one of these up for a very affordable price.